Netflix. Come on. How's it, everybody? Welcome back to Tama Takes. My name is Sean Tama. This is where I give you my take. Messiah, the Netflix series. I may upset some people here with this review. What is it about? I mean, it's pretty basic plot here. There's this dude, and he doesn't actually say it, but things kind of happen, and he kind of takes on the role of a Messiah, or the chosen one. And he starts in Jordan, somewhere around there. Leads these people to the border of another country to try and leave, but the border patrol are like, nah, you ain't leaving. Then overnight, he kind of just disappears, and he comes to America. And then he gets arrested because the people who are looking for him after what happened in Jordan find him, detain him, put him in a cell, and then he escapes. That's the end of episode 1, and so that intrigued me a little bit. I was like, okay, I'll push through. Throughout the course of this series, this dude answers in questions. Now that pisses me off. I wouldn't say pisses me off. It annoys me when I'm watching a show because you want these answers, and these people are asking, like, I guess the right questions for you as the audience to kind of know. And instead of him answering it, he just answers it with a question back to the character, which doesn't help us as an audience. See, episode 3, there's a opening scene of this tornado kind of coming down in this town, and it's kind of destroying everything around it, except this church. And the pastor at this church is like on hard times. Family dynamic isn't the best. But since the church doesn't go down, and he kind of sees, we'll call him the Messiah, kind of blocking the church, saving it, he immediately becomes a believer. So now we have him and a bunch of followers. They kind of flock to this church. So now everyone's like, well, I want to talk to him, I want to see him, and the pastor's kind of like his middleman, I guess. Kind of, he's only talking to the priest. And he's like, just give it time. Just give it time. Everything will work out, blah, blah, blah. That kind of crap. So then, this mother brings her daughter, who's battling cancer, over because, well, he's the chosen one. Instead of going through her chemo, she's going to bring him over, and this guy is going to just heal her. And she did this behind her husband's back. So her husband's trying to call her. She's like, nope, not answering. I'm doing this. This is the right decision. So that character kind of annoyed me. Then we have the pastor's daughter, who, because she has close access to this dude, gets just thousands, hundreds of thousands of people following her on Instagram, and she's posting pictures and updating them of what's happening, and she's getting this big following. But actually, so here's what happens. The pastor goes to the Messiah, and it's like, so what's next? And he's like, you know the choice. It's your choice. It's your decision. You know what the right choice is. Shit like that. And like, I understand, like, if that's how you kind of believe in your beliefs in real life, go for it. I'm all for that. I do. I believe in God. I don't believe that everything happens for a reason, though. So that's why, for me, it's a little hard to watch this and kind of feel for these people, if that makes any sense. I disagree with the character's beliefs, so it made it hard for me to kind of watch and follow along, if that makes more sense. Anyway, there's like a whole nother storyline with this woman, FBI agent, who's kind of tracking along, and then there's another guy from Jordan, and he was like this big private detective over there, but then something happens and he got demoted and let go because he was too intense with his interrogations. There's a lot, but none of it was interesting to me. I mean, I don't want to spoil anything, so I'll just say, does it answer whether he's a Messiah or not? Yes, it does. I won't tell you, because throughout the whole series, that's kind of the question is this guy real or is he a phony? That's what they want you to kind of question. It's just for me, the guy isn't even likable. And for this Messiah to not be likable is tough to kind of enjoy the series when you want to know what's he doing, what's his purpose, when you really just want him to kind of tell you instead of asking questions in return to other people trying to figure that out. So that is why I was not a fan. Maybe if you are into that kind of stuff, you might like it way more than I did. The GOAT, I'd have to give it to Michelle Monaghan's character. I felt for her the most, I related to her the most, and she did a good job, she did a fine job, you know. Her character is pretty beaten down, her kind of storyline was good. However, there is one kind of storyline that they just stopped after like episode 5, and there's 10 episodes. So that's gonna be the flat tires. They have her character and this other dude, this college student who works in a diner. They had this little dynamic going on, and then they just stopped halfway through. So if there's another season, maybe they find out, but I'm not gonna watch it because it wasn't all that intriguing, because they kind of built up enough to be intrigued and then they just stopped. And that little relationship between those two was the most intriguing part, in my opinion. So, should you watch this series?
Next, bro, next.
That's gonna do it for the take today, and I'll catch you next time. Shits!